I do not.
I don't either. You don't?
Yeah, no. I'm very auditory sensitive. If a song's on, I sing. So I have a hard time finding a place to write because a lot of times a sitter will come to my house and I'll go to a coffee shop or something and I'll be writing and all of a sudden I'll hear myself, la la la, you know.
I was in Los Angeles back in June, and I did just that. I was like, oh, you know, I've got this day to myself. I'm going to take my laptop, and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to write. And I couldn't do anything because I was like, there are pigeons everywhere, and there are people talking, and there's music, and I just was like, everybody be quiet, you know. So I didn't get anything done.
What was the hardest thing about writing books, as far as characters or plot?
For me, I think it was trying to find that balance between grief and humor. When I wrote it originally, I think there was a lot more serious tone, and my editor, who's wonderful, said, you know, Jen, the parts of the book that are really great are the ones that are just kind of light and fluffy and, you know, quick tone and humor. She's like, got to play up on that a little bit more. So
Emily earned what she got, as far as, you know, I wanted enough bad things to happen to her that the reader would feel a lot of sympathy for her, and then when she comes in and she takes over the school, that they'd be cheering for her. But I also didn't want to have so many bad things happen to her that it was a real downer and depressing and not fun to read.
What do you guys like? How do you get your ideas for writing?
I keep a little notebook, and every so often something will pop into my head, and my agent and I, when she and I sort of discuss, you know, what we should do next and that sort of thing. And so usually I'll just say, okay, well, here's what I've got in my notebook, and she'll tell me which one she finds interesting. She's like, why don't you pursue that? And you know, so that kind of helps me to get excited about it.
And my sister has 2 boys, and she was getting ready to take her first vacation away from her children. So the night before she was leaving for this vacation, she kept calling me. She kept saying, okay, Jen, if the plane goes down, this is where our will is. She can hang up. If the plane goes down, this is where the key to the Social Security box is. If the plane goes down, I was like, oh my God. I could just see it. The plane will be going down. Jackie will whip out her lipstick and she'll write, Joey's bedtime is 8 o'clock. And my husband said, that would be a great book.
I think getting Justine to be part of this, they're a really nice magazine, and they have a lot of the same energy, and you know, Justine Magazine is really fun and kind of, I don't know, it just, to me it has the same sort of vibe as our books do, and so I thought that was a good partnership.